Hey guys, I figured I'd just do the video right away. I
Whoa.
gathered some of my thoughts, and
Is this... Did it work?
yes, it did. Well, I was just gonna recap the events, and then I'll go through my thoughts, or we'll see how this goes. Well, the ending, I liked it. The sci-fi elements to everything about the game, fantastic. I was just like, ooh, what's this? What's this? So the times I wasn't talking, I was just like amazed by something, like, ooh, or scared, very scared that a WoW monster was gonna get me. This isn't Canada, Simon, but you're gonna like it. And you got a new lady friend, Catherine. What? You can go across the river? Oh, this is neat. I just followed the path. Alright, yeah, so the original Simon died in Canada like a month after he did the brain scan with Mr. Munchie. And, can't pick that up. And he died. And this Simon knows that, but the Simons that we always play as feel as if they're the Simon. They never feel that they are a different person. They always feel like I'm the original. Even though they can clearly see that there are other Simons, even when Simon's mind was transferred into the high pressure suit, he can actually look back at who he was in the other diving suit. Even then, he was talking about it with Catherine that what I got from it was that he feels that he's the same person. He is the original, and he would always say that, no matter what. And that's why he was so mad at the end, because I mean, I understood it as a player, and an audience watching this, you would understand it too, that he is a copy. A very good copy, probably a perfect copy of the original Simon, but he is, whoa. Alright, I can take damage. He always, right, where was I? He can always, he's a copy of himself, a perfect copy, and he'll never feel that he is a copy, even though he knows that. And that's why he was so mad at the end with Catherine, because god damn it, Simon, he's fucking stupid. He thought he would be, again, when he was transferred from the diving suit to the high pressure suit, he thought that he would be a mind transfer. I sort of thought the same thing as well, until I saw that wasn't the case. And you know, I always had a feeling he was probably going to be copied to two different people. It was still a surprise to me when I actually saw it happen. And for Simon, he kept thinking the same thing. He didn't learn from it. He just kept thinking, no, I'm the original. There's two of us. Fuck you, Catherine. And then he got really mad by going, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, Catherine. And then Catherine just like shut down, let him by himself. But this right here, the simulation. I don't hear Simon cussing anymore. He's very happy, I guess. And in the end, right at the end of the path, is going to be probably his future best friend or wifey, Catherine. They went through a lot together. And, well, just sum up with Simon, he can't handle being another person. He can't handle it. But the audience understands what it meant to be copied. And varying opinions. This is himself, this is a copy of himself. No matter what it is still what Simon is. And he doesn't have a choice now. Still didn't get enough clues or hints. Maybe I just overlooked this, but Simon waking up in the chair. I understand that he was an original, like, template for AI construction. And that's what his mind or original brain scan was used for. But as to how he was, who put his copy into that diving suit, with, you know, all those parts sticking together. I still have no clue. I don't know who was responsible for that. Was it WoW? Was it Johan Ross? Was it Catherine? Probably not Catherine. I still don't understand, and I hope somebody. So I hope I find out an explanation for that later, as to why you actually woke up there. Now, I still don't understand that. It's gonna be a mystery for me for a while, but still cool. Let's see, the WoW. Cool concept, structure gel, just running around everywhere. The AI controlling the WoW, or the simple programming of it to keep humanity alive, just went ape shit and has started going, no, I don't know, it's weird, because the WoW isn't exactly have any humanness to it, I guess you could say that. Like, it doesn't have compassion or empathy. It just does what it thinks it should do. Like, it's a pure through a machine. It's a pure machine, and it just spread itself throughout the entire base, just consuming everything, putting its structure gel and its connections to it into living creatures, the fish, people, robots. It copied people's minds. Whenever they sat in a chair, it would make copies of their minds, and and it would steal those copies of the minds, and just put them into all the machines as much as it could, and it made a lot of people uncomfortable. Like, they would be suffering. I mean, technically they'd be alive, and that's what the WoW was programmed to do, to keep people alive. It would it didn't share the same definition of life as it did for people. So that's why whenever you see those crazy robots trying to chase you, for instance, when you first go outside the lab, those ones with the red eyes and just walking through, cussing at you, calling, "I need structure gel." Those are minds of people that were stolen by the WoW and just put in there, just so you can have life continue. But they went crazy, or they couldn't handle it, and man, and the lady with the lungs. Oh man, Amy, she didn't. She was connected to the WoW. She probably got shocked and fell unconscious right there while she was fixing the circuit box or whatever it was, and then the WoW crept up on her and connected her to it forcefully, and she couldn't move after that. So she was just kept alive. She was probably seeing what Simon saw, like back at his apartment with his girlfriend. Seeing a state of bliss on and off, but overall she probably knew it wasn't real, and she was, suffering throughout most of it. She wanted to die, actually. As for the crazy robots killing people, and the experiment with bringing the mouse back to life, and then killing the other mouse, and then just going stiff, I'm like, what the fuck, wow. I mean, its main goal was to keep things alive, but it would do so by killing them? It's fucking crazy. What else? Let's see. The scientists, Catherine, ended up being dead, and humans, almost all the humans down there went, crazy. I mean, for different reasons. For one, losing their family. Another one, being copied and put onto the Ark and then offing themselves right after. What else? Getting cabin fever and turning on each other. Getting killed by robots. Drinking structure gel? Oh, that was in the trailers or the mini movies. But yeah. And I don't know what the hell with what was his name? Terry Akers, just went crazy. I'm pretty sure he was the elevator monster. Just become one with the WoW, tried to spread it into people, just killing people. I mean, damn, just went crazy. And then the, is it Johann Ross? I still didn't fully understand what his deal was. It was obviously him getting killed at the end by the WoW was definitely what pushed me to stick my arm in that thing and get it ripped off to destroy the WoW, because I mean, if he wasn't telling the truth, the WoW would have just kept him alive. But he got ate real bad by that giant thing. Fucking scary. So that's why I did the thing. I don't know how if that would have changed the ending. I'd have to look that up. Let's see. What is WoW? Yeah. The crazy robots. I don't know what their goals were, but again, just people's who were put into the robots just went crazy or couldn't handle it. But it's different inside the Ark because it's made to an environment where humans could understand and be relaxed. But if you put them inside a robot and tell them the Earth is destroyed and this is all you're gonna be, then yeah, I'd probably go crazy too. Now, the mind copying, yeah, the part that really gave me was it the Outer Limits kind of feel to it, and it creeped me out a lot, and made a chill run down my spine. Was, besides being chased by the monsters, it was the part where you sit down to get put into the high pressure suit, and you hear the other go, "Hey, Catherine, what's going on? I thought it was supposed to work." And then me hearing that out of I'm wearing a headset right now, and I heard that off my left earphone, and it's like, it was weird. You're hearing yourself from across the room, but you're sitting right there. It's really weird, and god damn, that was awesome too. I love stuff like that. But yeah, there's two Simons living right there, and you kind of think about it when you think about life in general. Probably sitting there, lying there, look at your hands, and then try and imagine that from the perspective of another person, how they're feeling, how they're thinking, how they're breathing, and it's very hard to do, or almost impossible. And that's really weird, because I don't feel any different, but it was Simon that had to go through that. I feel like I'm rambling. I'm trying to get these thoughts out as much as I can. What else? What would I would have done compared to Simon? First off, I probably think I wouldn't be able to handle being a robot and just being put into a machine. I'd probably want to be one of those crazy machines going just stuck in a loop, going crazy slowly. What else? If I would have gotten past going crazy as a robot, yeah, most of my decisions that you saw me play through as Simon and myself. The part where it kind of pissed me off was where Simon didn't understand that, yeah, he's a copy. He's a copy. He's another copy too, but he's still life and he can still continue. That's something I feel strong about. Like, if I was copied and I would be two different people living at the same time, I think that'd be awesome. We'd probably have to fight a little bit. Maybe like there can only be one Highlander. But at first I think it'd be awesome, because you could accomplish so much more. Let's see. I heard that you can go through the entire game without killing a single thing. Uh, so it's a gray area where you have to, like, literally pull the plug on a lot of people stuck in machines, and I pulled the plug on that lady who was taking care of the Ark. At first I was like, okay, I have no choice. It's the game's not gonna let me go through with it, or I was gonna let Amy. I'll start with Carl. Yeah, I was just like, dude, shut it down, because if you just sort of leave him there with the power half on, he's just suffering. So I was just like, I just gotta put him down. I just shut him down all the way, because I couldn't hear the screams. It unnerved me. And the same thing with Amy. You pull one of the plugs, you can probably get through the tram and continue on with the game, but she was still left there suffering, and she'd be suffering for a very long time because the WoW wouldn't let her die. So that's why I pulled the plug on her. Thinking back, that's why I did it. And who else? I let right outside the giant gate with there was a little robot talking about Catherine and how nice she was, and talking about, I forgot her name. Is this the Ark? Is this how it's supposed to be? And well, it wasn't, but she was still alive. And right then, I didn't feel like just unplugging every single person or thing or anything in between, because it didn't feel good anymore. Because I don't know how other people's playing through it, but I had an empathy for the minds, because even though you're not in a human body, you're still technically alive in something else. And I couldn't keep doing it like that. I couldn't keep just unplugging people and just trying to kill them. And other parts I didn't have a choice, because every time I did it, it felt like the right thing to do, whether I did it or not. Let's see. What didn't I understand? I didn't understand, well, obviously, some of this science, but I'd like to think of myself as science literate, because, I mean, these concepts I've already been exposed to time and time again, and not just here in the game, but like, shows like The Outer Limits, all that nerdy stuff like in Stargate, Star Wars, horror movies, was it Ex Machina? That was cool. Is that a horror movie? No, it was just a really cool sci-fi movie. Yeah, Ex Machina, Terminator, all that stuff. You get time to think about it throughout my existence. So I've been exposed to that. So it was easy concepts for me to understand. Other things weren't so much. And since Structure Gel and the WoW, I still don't think I fully understand it. So that's something I don't get. Another thing I didn't understand was what the hell Johann Ross was doing. Like, how did he find out to destroy the structure? I mean, the WoW at Alpha, and how he became who he was. Because he was obviously like a WoW monster. He had the glowing head, pipes, bio, whatever, just stretched all over across him. And I think he died. He was found on the elevator, but as to how he kept his mind and not became a puppet for the WoW to control, I just beyond me. I didn't understand that. Let's see, what else? The scientists struggling to stay alive. I can understand why they all went crazy. I would too. I'm just repeating myself. I think I still have questions. I need answers. I'll be watching other people's playthroughs of this, see if maybe they got any hints to it or anything. Don't want to look at playthroughs where they just speedrun and don't consider what's going on. I want to see playthroughs where they try and solve what's going on in their mind and getting their own interpretation of the game, and see how they feel about transferring minds and their opinion about what life is if you do transfer your mind. Is it life? Or is it just something purely artificial and not something worth doing? As for the arc and Simon, this is a happy ending. I didn't feel uneasy experiencing what Simon went through, just sitting there at the space gun, just cursing at the world. But this is a I feel like this is a direct continuation of Simon in the chair, just zapped into the arc. And I think this is going to be
Catherine?
awesome. This is a happy ending, and I think Simon's earned it, and so has Catherine.
Catherine! I can't believe we actually made it.
Well, we did.
I'm so relieved.
It's okay, Simon. Everything's all right now.
Despite what happened, this is still a happy ending. This is... I forgot, there's an exact word for this. But this is okay. This is what had to happen. Thank you guys for watching. I hope I didn't ramble on too long, but those are my thoughts that I had around the ending and about the game. Again, this is a really great game. I hope there are more like it in the future. Thank you guys for watching.